Good morning.
Good morning, Julia.
Is it a good morning though? Oh my gosh, the problems this morning.
Well, we already started with technical difficulties, but
Big time. So I hope my internet doesn't shut down again and that you don't end up being like last time where you were by yourself entertaining people, but
I'm
my
wondering.
internet went flat.
Well, we're at week number 27
Uh-huh.
already. So,
Yep.
how's your motivation today?
It's all right. I had a very good week. I had a very good week um business wise. So
Good.
it's encouraging to see that business is actually, picking up finally. So the printing has been doing very good. Last week, I've picked up quite a few new customers. So that's encouraging. Like the economy is, starting to, you know, be stimulated again, I guess. So
Yeah,
that's good.
slowly but surely.
Yep. Yep.
Mine is still not quite there because I deal with a lot of posters and tickets for events and happenings, and I'm waiting for more things to start happening. But
Yeah.
especially concerts and stuff like that, that kind of thing is just not happening yet.
Well,
But it will.
they're starting slowly but surely. It's happening. School has started last week, and so we know that there's been a little spike over the last week. They're saying that maybe it's the beginning of the second wave. We'll have to wait and see, but I'm curious to know how our viewers, how the beginning of school, how did it happen? How was it to bring your kids to school? What's the new routine like? How are you reacting to it all? Are you happy with the measures that are being taken? Are you unhappy with the measures that are being taken? Anyways, we'd love to hear from you. Just hit us up in the comments, and you can always also come in onto video and express yourself on those topics that we are talking about. I will be posting the link. Hold on. I'm just going to post a link right here. If you want to come on video, you can just click on this link and you'll be brought into backstage, and we can bring you in so you can talk about it.
Yeah, well, we don't want just the parents. We want to hear from. Right now, it's kind of hard for the teachers, but again, teaching is very different too. Like a lot of teachers have taught for years and years and years, and I know some are now feeling that's like their first day because it's so different from normal.
Well, I've heard both sides of the story. I've heard that some teachers think that it's so different, and other teachers I've seen are saying that it's just the same thing, except
Mhm.
that they're wearing masks and they're washing their hands.
Yeah.
You know, but the class size is this class sizes are big. So there's no really, it depends on the school, I suppose, because I know
Mhm.
that at the school here where my kid was going last year, the teacher contacted me and she said that they have 15 in her class this year. So that's not so bad. 15 is a good number, but the health
Yeah.
unit wants to try to limit the amount of people that are in there, amount of kids. Good
Well,
morning, Patrick. Hope you're doing okay today. What do you think about the school reopening? Do you have a child in school? Um, so I can talk a little bit about my experience. So my kids are not returning in school physically. So I've kept them here. And it's a big mess. Like it's a
a big
big
mess, you said.
mess. It's a big mess. So my 16-year-old who's turning 16 today. Hi, happy
Wow.
birthday, Mateo. He's
Happy
16
birthday,
today.
Mateo. I remember when he was a little boy.
Oh, somebody says, good afternoon, Glad the website author of the book There Is Only Now, just on the afternoon school run. Okay, good to know. So Mateo's 16 and he has started. So he has started his online school
Mm-hmm.
and they seem to have their act together with that class. Like he's got two classes. He's online in the morning, online in the morning doing his school synchronous learning, and
Mm-hmm.
then in the afternoon there's a block of time where he can go and talk to the teacher if he needs or has questions and stuff. So that's good.
Now, which
Now
school is Mateo attending?
Mateo's at St. Joe's
Okay.
and he's in grade 11 this year.
Okay.
Now Trinity is also at St. Joe's,
Okay.
and it
Oh my
was
God, at St. Joe's? She's that
yes, she's in grade 7. She's in grade 7.
I know, she's just
So
such a little
middle
girl.
school. Yes, I know. She's so tiny. She's very little, my daughter.
Mhm.
But and I'm glad she looks young still, and she has time to grow up. She doesn't need to grow up so fast.
Oh yeah, definitely.
So she's in grade 7, and for her, I have no clue what's going on. So I received an email saying that it was starting today,
Mhm.
and I needed to call a number to get her username and password if I didn't have one, which I didn't because she was with the Upper Canada District School Board last year. Now she's switched to the Catholic District School Board. So I need a username and password. And I've called and I've left messages and I have not heard yet, but she was supposed to start today. So I don't know where that's going. And then Ezekiel, who's with the Upper Canada District School Board, was assigned to Central Public last year, was going to Central Public.
Mhm.
Now, the Upper Canada District School Board has done something a little different when you do asynchronous learning. I did asynchronous learning with him, so it's not like in his class. And his teacher was the teacher here at Central Public was telling me that even if it was synchronous learning, which means that the camera would have been on the teacher teaching in class while, Ezekiel was here. And so he would have seen the same thing that the classroom looks at.
Mhm.
But he would not have seen there was no really advantage to this because he would not have seen his peers or anything because there was a limitation, like the teacher cannot turn the camera to the class because some of the students are not allowed to be filmed.
Exactly.
So it would have been on the teacher all the time. So there's no interaction with other students, really.
Mhm.
So there was no advantage to synchronous learning. So I did asynchronous learning. But that is a whole different school. Now they've started a completely different virtual school that has its own principal, its own teachers, its own everything. And so that's what he's gonna be going to, but that
Okay.
starts Friday.
Oh my goodness.
If everything goes good, it starts Friday.
Yeah.
Somebody says every parent is wearing a mask here in London. That's good. Like, are the teachers? I'm assuming teachers are wearing masks too, and yeah,
I think the teachers have to actually. I drove by CC the other day, and there was a few teachers outside with their blue surgical masks on. I'm pretty sure they all have to have them on too.
yeah. So it's really I think there's a wide range of how schools are dealing with this.
Yeah.
Because I know I've seen comments and I've seen people talking and they're saying that it's unbelievable how in the schoolyards the kids are not social distancing. It's just business as usual. Everything is happening the same way. And then I've seen other people saying that it's wonderful, they're social distancing, they're staying in their bubble. So I don't know, I think there's a wide range of how the schools have been handling the whole situation.
Yeah.
I think
Exactly.
it varies from school to school.
Yeah, I know I drove by a schoolyard the other day too, and it just looked like a normal schoolyard. But
Yeah,
then from the outside, I'm seeing that. Maybe from the inside, they're all in their bubbles. I don't know. It's hard to say. So we can't really judge either because
you're
we're
not
not
in it. You
in
can't
there.
really. It might look like something from the outside, but it's
Yeah,
not really the same thing from the inside, right?
exactly.
But it'll be interesting to see how it, you know, if there's any new cases that are related to schools and stuff. I know that the Ontario has started a completely different area of their website where the schools and daycare cases are going to be counted, and you can
Okay.
always go and see who's in an outbreak, which school is in an outbreak, and everything. So
Oh, that's
there's
good.
already schools in Ottawa and Toronto that are in outbreaks. So
Yeah, and I know in Quebec that started as well. So
yeah,
let's
yeah,
keep our fingers crossed and hope that we stay safe. But who knows? We don't know.
yeah.
It'll take a few weeks anyway, I'm sure.
It will, and I don't know. I think that the numbers are encouraging in the way that the really bad cases are a lot less than anticipated and than it used to be. I
Yeah.
think maybe they know how to manage it a little better. We've learned a bit about the virus, and so we can mitigate it.
Yep.
Yep. Speaking of Quebec, so there was a march this weekend, apparently.
Well, yes. And apparently it was attended from what I saw. I mean, I just saw it on Facebook the other day, but there was pictures and it said there was about 50,000 people attended the march. Oh, how many?
It was confirmed. It was only 5,000.
Oh, sorry.
Oh,
Sheldon just confirmed it was 5,000. I'm going 50. I don't know where I got 50,000, but 5,000. But I mean, that's a lot of people to be together without masks on. I believe there was supposed to be social distancing, but it was a
no
protest
masking.
against masks.
It was an anti-mask.
Anti-mask. So I mean, I don't know how much safety there was there, but there was a few people from Cornwall that attended. So
Yeah.
I'm
Well,
sure.
we'll see how it goes.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. It's
But everybody has their own views. I mean, some people believe in the mask wearing, some people don't. Everybody's got their own views on this COVID thing, so we just can't judge. We just
and
have
who knows at this
to.
point who's got, I mean, it gets so confusing. Like
Yeah.
I'm still going to do what I do,
Yeah.
but it gets confusing because you get conflicting information
Yeah.
and you don't know really who's got the right answers.
Exactly. So basically, all we can do is do what we feel is safe for ourselves and go from there because we can't do anything else. So keep on keeping on.
Yeah, and everybody's got to go back to work. We got to go back to school. We got to get back in the swing of things, and at some point we have to. So we just take the precautions we can. And so you take precautions when you have weddings.
Yeah, that's quite a nerve-wracking experience, actually. But I mean, the thing is, weddings are booked a year ahead, so you have to go.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, with Sheldon and I, we wear our N95s, and we do always get put in a corner somewhere, so we're away from the wedding, from all the guests, because they're all in their little bubbles, and we don't belong to any of those bubbles, of course.
Mm-hmm.
But we did a wedding yesterday at the Ramada. The normal 50 people indoors, socially distanced. Everybody has to wear a mask when they're walking around, but when they sit in their bubbles at the tables, obviously, especially when they're eating, they get to take the masks off.
Of course.
So I honestly felt pretty safe. I wasn't really worried about it. There's no dancing. The only dancing that is allowed to take place is the bride and groom's first dance, or any slow dances. And of course, you've got to dance with people in your bubble.
That must be romantic all night.
Wow.
Slow dancing all night.
It's very hard on poor Sheldon, the DJ Shell Shock, because his job is to keep people on the dance floor, and now his job is to keep people
off the dance floor
in their chairs. So It's a hard job for him either way. So it was okay yesterday. And we had done, we've done an outdoor, we've done a church, we've done a large indoor right on the border of Quebec. That was a little worrisome too, because Quebec's the way they look at things is different. But again, mask wearing, you have to wear a mask in the hall. They're allowed to have buffets. We are not here.
Mhm.
The meal is served, which was fine. But the buffet was different too, because usually you would go to the buffet and help yourself, that you get served.
Yeah.
There is no helping yourself. So they've made different changes, and you kind of go with the flow. Like you say, life has to go on.
It has to, but it's really worrisome because I was in the press briefing with Dr. Paul last week, and he was mentioning that the clusters of cases that are popping up, like in Ottawa, they are from gatherings, family gatherings, or friends gathering in chalets,
Mhm.
or wedding ceremonies, because
Yeah.
they're family. So, I'm family. I don't need to wear a mask. It's like, or we're all friends. Nobody has it. So they're kind of laxing but
Yeah.
all the people, it started with one gathering in a country home. And then 3 of those people got infected and brought it to 50 people outside of that little bubble. So it goes really fast when you know. Anyway, so I worry about you, Chicky. I'm glad to know that you're wearing the proper gear, and I'm
Yeah.
hoping that everything is safe and that you're going to stay safe, you and Sheldon.
Well, I mean, we had our N95s, and I have my glasses on too, because again, it can go through the eyes, it can go through the nostrils, and it can go through the
Yeah.
mouth. So you
But
kind of
are
just have
you
to
are
check
you
yourself.
are you a little less paranoid when it comes to groceries and stuff now? I've realized that I kind of have downplayed this a little bit lately. Like I'm less prone to grabbing everything and disinfecting everything because you know the new studies say that there's really little chances that you're going to get it that way anyway. So, do you still disinfect your groceries?
Well, we don't disinfect. Like, I mean, we'll take the milk bag.
It will naturally disinfect after time.
Yeah, Sheldon's saying it'll naturally disinfect after time. But I mean,
Virus dies.
little things
Yeah.
like we take the milk bag and slide the individual bags in the fridge and things like that. I mean, I
Yeah.
don't wipe everything down with Lysol, but I know there's a lot of my friends that are still doing that, because I
Yeah.
was talking to a girl the other day, and she's still going through the procedure of disinfecting everything.
Yeah. Yeah.
But
I used to disinfect everything outside. Now I just bring my bags in and put my groceries away.
I mean, if you let it sit, you're not going to use some of the stuff right away anyway. So it'll
Yep.
sit in the fridge or the cupboard or whatever, and it's gonna, whatever's there,
Mm.
if there's anything there, will go away. But yeah, we can't get lax though. We can't start relaxing, because
No.
that's when things will
We've been
happen.
breathing it in.
So I have a question for viewers. With this little spike that is happening in Ontario, so for the last week, we've seen above 200 cases pretty much every day. That's from the less than 100 that we were having before that. Like 2 weeks ago, we were about in the low to high, well, below 100. And so do you think that Ontario will have to go back on lockdown? I'd be curious to know what our viewers think. Do you think we're going to have to shut down again? Yes or no? You can comment in the comments, or you can come on live and talk to us on StreamYard. It's very easy. You just have to click on the link and it'll bring you into the studio. So do you think Ontario is going to shut down again, Marlies?
I'm hoping not, but you know what? My crystal ball broke, so I don't really know. Who knows? Nobody knows. We have
Yeah.
no idea where this is going.
I know that in British Columbia, they've closed down bars again.
Hmm.
And I think there was something else, but I can't remember now. But so yeah, do you think we're going to have to do that here too? I don't think we've had cases that were linked to bars. Like actually, the Ontario Health Unit was saying that like the cases are, like I was saying before, the cases were linked to gathering
Yeah.
outside of your social bubbles and not really from restaurants or bars. So that's good news.
What worries me, though, I mean, it's the younger people that are being affected now. That the age group is a lot younger.
Absolutely. I think the last three cases that were brought in the region here in Eastern Ontario Health Unit was in their 30s and in their
Yeah.
20s. So it's a lot of younger people. And that's probably associated also with the fact that they go out more, are scared less, and, just
Oh yeah,
not taking as much precautions as older people, maybe.
exactly. But I mean, like you say, we sat yesterday at the wedding there with our hand sanitizer beside us, and because we have to be careful too because people use the microphone. You got to sanitize that, sanitize your hands. I mean, the main thing is you keep your hands clean and you don't touch your face.
Yeah.
That's one of the main things that you can do for yourself. So,
As I scratch my.
yeah, I know. I went to my face earlier too, and I kind of had to pull it away. But I don't know. With the mask wearing, I still feel that as soon as I have that thing on my face, I need to scratch my
You
face.
need to scratch, right?
You get that feeling that it's itchy for some reason,
Mm-hmm.
right? And you're trying not.
I get an itch right here every single time. Like,
I know. And without that mask on, you're fine all day. And as soon as you
or
put
here.
it on, yeah.
You get itches, people, when you put your masks on.
Does
Question
anybody
of the
else-
day.
Does anybody else have that issue? Because it's an ongoing issue.
10-1 odds, we shut down again. As 10 that we will shut down, I guess. Yes. Yeah, I tend to think that I don't know. I don't know. It's a tricky thing. I don't even know at this point, when I look back, if the shutdowns really, really needed to happen the way they did, or would have we been better at, yes, asking people to go out at as less as possible,
Mhm.
as little as possible, I should say, and protect our elderly, like, shut down the old folks' homes.
Yeah.
Absolutely, 100%. Don't let anybody go in there. Make
Yeah.
sure that people get tested when they work there. That's fine. But like workplaces and stuff, I know, Walmart Logistics, for example, has stayed open the whole time. There hasn't been any cases there. Implement the social distancing, implement the mask wearing, but I'm not sure that we would need to completely shut down the way we did before.
Yeah, I think you're right. I think with the protocols, like the social distancing and mask wearing, it should be enough. 100% chance of putting a mask on and immediately my nose will itch.
I know, it's like, I just put this on and now I need to scratch. I'm gonna have to sanitize my hands all over again.
Well, I had the N95 on yesterday, and it's thicker than a normal mask. So, like, you're trying to
Yeah.
scratch yourself with the mask on, so you're wanting to take it off. And then I thought, okay, we got a plate of fruit at the end with our wedding cake, and I thought, okay, this is interesting. I'm going to kind of lift the mask up a little and slide the grape underneath. I was trying stuff like that.
You should have one of those masks that open that you can eat.
Yeah, with the mouth opening.
Yeah.
But I gotta say, with the wedding yesterday, it was super nice because every now and then you get one of those weddings. Like every wedding is special, but this was super special because the bride and groom got married after 20 years of being together. They wanted to get married after 20 years in the year 2020, so it had to be this year.
Mm-hmm.
And then the groom's father got married on the 29th of August, to his bride, and it was a small little event that they didn't have a first dance. So the grooms, so she put her wedding dress back on, and the two couples did their first dance together. It was so nice.
Aw,
It was super nice.
that's
It was one of
cute.
those tear-jerking moments, you know. So it was really special.
That's cool.
Yeah, it was different. You never know. And then there was another one that we did, I believe, last year, where the grandfather got to do his first dance with the bride. But what was really different was the grandfather was in a wheelchair, and that was one of those moments too. It was super special.
That's cute too.
So yeah, it's weddings are a little scary, COVID style, but there's little things like that that make it worthwhile.
It is what it is, eh? We have to continue living.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So, what kind of events are coming up there? I know this coming Saturday, September 19th, we have a big march coming up in Cornwall called Save Our Children Cornwall Awareness March, which starts at City Hall at 1 o'clock. It's on till 4. And it's all about bringing awareness to child abuse, sexual exploitation of children, pedophilia, child sex trafficking, and pornography. All those things that we really, really don't want to talk about, but we know
Yeah.
are happening. In our
Which interestingly, so we had the girls on the show last week, so you can go and watch that video if you're interested. The last week's video was all about that. There is a documentary on Netflix that has come out.
Okay.
I can't remember the title of it, but it follows a little girl in France, I believe it is, and she wants to be part of this dance troupe, but it's all about the sexual exploitation of kids. And the movie has been trashed and dragged down on social media because it makes people feel uncomfortable. It's something that they don't want to talk about.
Mhm.
It's something they don't want to see. Um, but it's something that is very real. And it's something that needs to have the awareness brought up to, you got to bring this stuff to light so we can stop turning a blind eye and pretending it's not happening, because it's a lot more prominent than we think it is.
Yeah, these poor children need a voice. Like, I mean, because some are very young and they can't speak for themselves.
Mhm.
But I guess at the beginning of the march, there's going to be different organizations that help children. They're going to be talking, making awareness of what they do and where you can go for help. So that's really, really interesting. And then also, it's going to be a partial fundraiser for the Children's Treatment Center, because there are going to be items for sale: cloth masks, T-shirts, posters, car decals, signs, and things like that. So you're also making awareness, supporting one another, and you can also support the Children's Treatment Center. But of course, remember,
My least, I'm going to put myself on mute. I have to take this phone call. Continue talking.
okay, all right. So the COVID protocols will be in effect. So you do have to wear a mask. You do have to social distance, and the Cornwall Police are going to be there for protection. So, as well, I believe Mayor Bernadette Clement, who's a big supporter of this. Then coming up on Sunday the 20th, this Sunday coming up at Stonecrop Acres Winery and Vineyards in Morrisburg at 7 o'clock, there is a performance by, I believe you say it's C. Lawrence. She's a singer and songwriter from Ottawa who's returning to her country roots, and she's going to be performing there. So you can get tickets if you go to harmonyconcerts.ca. We also have the Royal Canadian Legion, the Branch 297 on 2nd and Cumberland. They're going to be serving fish and chips on Fridays. The event from 4:30 to 6:30, but you do have to call for reservations. And the number to call is 933-2362. Because, of course, you can only have so many people in the hall at once. So you have to reserve your spot to go in. We have a notice from the Cornwall Newcomers Club. They welcome women who have moved to Cornwall and STNG in the last 4 years. It's a little group that you can get support from. And for information, you can call Deborah at 613-360-4628.
Apologies, but that was the school and I needed to take that.
I kind of thought that's what it was because we only take emergency. So that was for Trinity then.
Yes, but it was not the phone call I was waiting for. It was another phone call from the school telling me that she's not getting transportation because she's going to St. Joe's and now we're zoned to Holy Trinity now. Although I've been here for 12 years and we've always been zoned for St. Joe's. This year's it's changed. And I wanted her to go to the same school as Mateo, so I put in a request that she would go to St. Joe's, but I don't have transportation for her.
Well, you don't have to worry about that anyway. She's doing schooling from home.
Right now, but like next year.
Whenever it does go back to in school, yeah.
Oh!
What did you do? Pour
I
coffee
spilled my coffee.
You missed your mouth?
I missed my mouth.
Wow.
Funny.
I won't say how is that possible, but I will. LOL.
So the funny thing too is that Mateo gets transportation. So yeah. She but she doesn't. So that's kind of funny. But anyways.
Yeah,
they start so early this year too. Oh my God.
What was that?
They start so early this year that their time has changed.
Oh, really?
They used to start at 9:15, I think it was, and now they start at 8.
Oh my goodness!
So yeah,
yes,
I don't like that one bit. I'm not a morning person.
Yeah.
Wow. We have Mark here. Hi, Mark. And how is your fiance doing? She flew in.
Or girlfriend.
Girlfriend.
We're not on
what's the difference?
Yet. Yeah, I guess she flew back to her home over the weekend to visit with her mom, I guess.
She what? Huh?
Well,
I thought she was here.
No.
Yeah, it's a misunderstanding.
It was kind of a misunderstanding because that's what we thought too. But she actually flew back to her home to visit with her, I think her mom. That's what we heard.
Okay.
Yeah, I thought she was coming here too, but
I thought so too. I was so happy for him. Oh well.
I guess they're going to be, from what I hear from another friend of ours, they're going to see each other in October or something.
Okay. Well, I guess we shouldn't be discussing people's private lives on video.
No, we shouldn't.
Sorry, Mark. Okay, so downtown is buzzing. Things are happening. Seems like I've been there a few times last week, and there's a lot of activity going on in downtown. There's a lot of people shopping, a lot of people walking, so it's always nice to see. And I want to share with you this morning a little video that I think it's the Cornwall Chamber that put it out. I'm not sure, but it says at the end of the video, we can see it. But it's our friend Louise at the Studio 101. She went on a local shop tour. And I just want to play that this morning because it's a very nice little videos that shows all the beautiful gems we have downtown, in the downtown core.
Exactly. And we need to shop local and support local.
Absolutely. So I will bring that up right now.
Hi, I'm Louise. Welcome back. We've been missing you. Join me on my walk of downtown Cornwall, where we'll stop at some boutiques, some coffee shops, and whatever we find along the way. Thank you for joining me today, and thank you for supporting the downtown.
Okay, isn't that great?
That was really well done. It was
It
short and
is.
sweet. She covered a lot.
She covered a lot of ground, absolutely. And Louise is always such a great ambassador of this
Yeah.
downtown core. Yeah, number one fan right there.
Yeah, she's really good. And remember, support local, especially in this time where a lot of businesses had to be closed for quite some time. And I don't want to say they're not suffering, but I don't like that word, but they need support at this given time.
They do. They need support at any given time, but
Exactly.
especially now. So if we want to get to the other side of this with all the nice shop and stores and restaurants that we have right now, we need to support them right now.
And talking about supporting, it's it's going to be Thanksgiving soon, and the Rotary Club of Cornwall is selling mums again for Thanksgiving at $15 a plant. So they're delivered to the address of your choice. And this annual, here I go with my nose. This annual event supports a lot of community projects. So to place your order, just go to cornwallsunriserotary.com. It's almost like a tongue twister there.
Okay.
And of course, the Garlic Festival is coming up on the 27th of September. It's going to be on Sunday, the 27th, from 10 to 3. And they've called it the Eastern Ontario Garlic Market at this point. So it's going to be everything garlic. Lots of artisans, lots of different colors and shapes of garlic. The only thing is I don't think you can touch, and I don't think you're going to be able to taste.
And you have to commit to buying, I think, too, right?
You do have to commit to buying, and I believe you've got to register because I think you go in at a certain time. And there's the mask wearing, social distancing, all the protocols are in place.
And is it at Lamoureux Park?
Yeah, it's at Lamoureux Park now, I believe, around the band shell.
Okay.
Is what I hear. So you can go to the Facebook page, Eastern Ontario Garlic Market, for more information. And that's coming up in a couple of weeks. We've also, I had found a couple more things too. There's a flea market happening at the Monkland Recreation Center this coming Sunday, the 20th, from 9 to 3. For more information, you can call Carol at 613-306-1970. But again, any event that you go to, you've got to respect the
social distancing.
What's that? Yeah,
the
social distancing, mask wearing. It's, to protect yourself and everybody else as well. So
right.
And
go ahead.
There's one more thing I wanted to mention. The ski walking is happening at Summerstown Forest. It takes place every Sunday at 10 a.m. And to prepare yourself for the actual cross-country skiing, which I know you don't want to hear, will be coming up once the snow hits. I know Julia doesn't want to hear that word at all, but it will come. And you can go to summerstowntrails.com to get information on what's going on there.
That's a word I would love stripped from the dictionary is snow.
I'm sorry, but I'm part of so many different Facebooks for Christmas that I just can't. I love it.
Okay, so I have a few events too to mention. The Optimist Club of Cornwall has 3 things going on right now. So first off, there is the Paint Cornwall Gold fundraiser going on. This is a fundraiser for an awareness of childhood cancer. They're hosting a non-dinner dinner. So that's a no dinner. Okay. You don't get a dinner, but you get a nice ticket. And for the event.
To show how nice it is?
What was that?
You had a ticket last week to show how nice.
Oh, yes, I do. I have a ticket right here. You get a nice ticket. It's the Paint Cornwall Gold. No dinner. It's $10.
donation for a very good cause.
Absolutely. The funds that are going to be amassed are going to Ronald McDonald's House, CHEO, the Candlelighters, and the Optimist, oh my gosh, Optimist Foundation, Children Optimist Foundation. So very good cause. Their goal is $10,000. So that's 1,000 tickets to be sold. And it ends at the end of September. So go on to optimistclubofcornwall.org and buy your tickets right now. The other thing they're hosting is this Saturday, the 19th, there is a drive-through Tampico dinner. So you can buy a $10 plate. We'll give you 3 chicken taquitos, Mexican rice, and beans. And for anybody who's been missing Tampicos, this is the perfect time to get your fix. I know I bought 4 plates, so I'm super happy because
I
I
know.
miss my
I was
Tampico.
just gonna say you're definitely missing Tampicos.
I do. So yeah, so Saturday, and the pickup is going to be, I believe, between 12 and 4. So you can get those tickets also on optimistclubofcornwall.org. And then the last thing happening is on, I'm trying to find the date now, September 26th. And that's the Tailgate Comedy Night. So there will be a comedy night at Optimist Park in the Ball Diamond. And the comedians are going to be in a tailgate of a truck and doing their act. It's going to be a nice night. You bring your lawn chairs. You can sit with your group, buy your tickets all together. If you're a group, maximum of 10 people per group. And the canteen is going to be open. And they're also offering a rib dinner for that evening. If you're
nice.
Bring your appetite and be ready to laugh. It's by the Questionable Comedians. And I think Dan Allaire is part of that group. So that's it for me.
Yeah, like say things are starting to happen again, so that's a very good sign.
It is.
Whereas at one point everything was virtual and you had to go on Facebook to see what's anything, but now things are happening in person. But again,
there's news for musicians. Apparently Facebook will be starting to ban any live music stuff
Really?
because of copyrights. So did I say comedians or did I say musicians?
You said musicians.
Okay, good. I said comedians there for a second. So yeah, so the musicians are not going to be able to perform live because of copyright issues. So yeah, so that's sad.
But of course, unless it's songs that they've written themselves.
Yeah, if it's their original material, then that's fine. But if they're covering somebody else's work, it's going to be removed, I believe. So that's kind of sad because, music keeps people together.
Well, the thing is with, because we do a lot of wedding videos, and if we put anything on YouTube,
It removes it. Yep.
things get removed as well.
Yeah. Anyways, a few things to remind people. If you are a business and you need a little bit of push, we have our 5 questions segment that we can gladly publicize your business. If you're an event, it's the same thing. We do a 5 questions with the organizers of the event, and then we can help you promote that event. That's free. The 5 question segments are always free. So just get in touch with us if you are interested in being featured in one of our upcoming 5 questions with. The community draws are going to be happening once a month at the end of the month. We're going to be doing starting at September 30th, we're going to be doing our first draw then. We still need you to just let us know what you would like the certificate to be from this time around. Right, Miley's?
Yeah, we would prefer you to choose that. If not, we will make a decision ourselves, but we would prefer you guys to choose it yourself as to what you want.
Absolutely. So we did the last two we did was Farm Boy, and then we did last week we did 5 restaurants. And I don't think we're going to do that again, like 5 in 1 week, because that was a nightmare for me to go and fetch the gift certificates. There was a lot of because
So
everybody is not always open right
yeah,
now, right? So
a lot of coordination
back
for
and
you.
forth. So yeah, a lot of coordination. So we'll stick to one place, and it'll be a 500 up to $500 gift certificate from that place. And I want to say this is not happy, but I mean I'm gonna say it anyways. I On the website we've added a an obituary segment, and so you can go and post your obituaries if you have any, and it's free also to post it on the website, so you can do that now. There's also our calendar of events. Please go and post all your events. If you have anything happening, it's free. It's like we're really our mandate is to help small businesses, so we're trying to put everything and people, we're trying to help the community. That's what
Yeah.
our mission statement is all about. So just go on and do use our website. It's a wealth of information up there, and a lot of local stuff happening, and support us.
Well, and the thing is, if we don't know about it, we can't help you
Help you.
promote it. So please go and put your events there. You can also always email us at info@theseeker.ca. And we do love community tidbits of good stories. So also always send us a picture and a short story, and we will definitely publish it, whether it
Absolutely.
be on the website or in print. And if you want to send anything to be put in print, it has to be in by the 20th of each month to go into
Which
the next month's print.
which reminds me, I did a 5 questions with let me find it. I'm gonna go and find it on the website because I want to give the information properly. Uh and I don't find it.
I'm just going to plug one thing too, so just ignore the back of my head.
Go right ahead. You do it first.
No, I've got to find it.
Oh, okay, I got it. So, pause first. So this is an initiative by Sauve Tax Services. Jose Sauve has bought a bunch of dog and cat food, and they'll be donating that dog and cat food to anybody who needs it. So they know that COVID has hit a lot of people hard, and they know how expensive it can be to feed your animals. No questions asked. On the 26th, you can just walk in to Sauve Tax Services and go get a bag of food for your animals. So that's a really good initiative from Sauve Tax Services there. The details are on our website, theseeker.ca.
Yeah, that is wonderful because we still got to think about our little furry friends too. And I just want to give a little bit of a plug also to the fundraiser for the Agape Center. There's 3,000 tickets sold at $20 a ticket, and you've got a chance to win $10,000. The draw is going to be December the 18th. Because again, usually they have fundraisers like dances and stuff like that. But this year they couldn't do that, so they came up with something a bit different. And the Agape Center really does need help because a lot of people think they're funded by the government. They're not. They rely on donations from the community and their own fundraisers that they do. So please help them out
Awesome.
because we
All
want
right.
to help them end hunger.
Absolutely. Okay, so it is 11:02. We're going to stop it here. We hope you have a fabulous week. Don't hesitate to contact us if you have anything to discuss, any topic, anything you want to publicize, anything you want to get off your chest. We're here to listen. You can send us an email at info@theseeker.ca and visit our website for all the latest news in the community at theseeker.ca.
Yeah, don't be scared to approach us. The secret trick, we don't bite.
Seeker trick?
Help the community.
Did
What's
you say seeker trick?
Seeker chicks?
Well, we got more than one trick up of our sleeves to help you anyways. So, all right. So have a
yourself
good night, a good day,
a
a
good
good
night.
week. Oh my God, it's too early on Mondays.
Have yourselves a super duper day.